Okay, today we are playing a game on Oasis. We are playing Reinhardt the entire way through, and the average SR of this game was 3,592. This is actually me playing the game, because someone the other day expressed interest in seeing a game where I was playing Reinhardt, since Reinhardt is my main, and I talk about Reinhardt a lot. They were interested in seeing me play Reinhardt. So that's exactly what we're doing. I'm the odd one out, as you might see. I have a lowly little diamond border with all the master borders because I've got more fucking Smurfs than Gargamel at this point, so I decayed to like 5 points outside of masters, and it felt really bad. Really, really bad. That out of the way, let's look at our team. We've got Reinhardt, Soldier, Ana, Lucio, Roadhog, and Zarya. So we, on paper, have 3 tanks, 2 healers and 1 DPS, which is, fine anyway. But in reality, we really have, 2 DPS, because Roadhog is more of a DPS than he is a tank. But we've got Reinhardt and we've got Zarya. So we've got, the 2 main tanks of the game, and we've got the best support and the other best support, and Soldier, who's never bad. So, let's start the game. Or start the game in 10 seconds, I suppose. So this video is probably going to be a lot shorter because I'm not going to stop and go over everything in agonizing detail because a lot happens very quickly in this game. What you're going to learn very quickly is 2 things. First off, every elo is elo hell is what you're going to learn because you're going to be watch this first round and be like, what the fuck is this, a gold game? And you've just photoshopped in these icons. Also, the main difference between low SR and high SR is basically just the game happens a lot faster on average. People commit to decisions more, there's less hesitation, everybody knows what they're doing generally. So those are the main things you're gonna see. We're not gonna stop and go over every little thing in agonizing detail as we usually do. You're also gonna learn I'm really bad. Might want to go and look somewhere else for advice because you're going to learn I'm really, really bad. So there's a little bit of indecision about where we're going at first, but we're going to go over this way now. I'm not in the voice chat, by the way, because I hate fucking people. So basically all of this, I'm just looking around to see where people are going, and then I'm going with the group, basically. Or they're following me sometimes as well. But I don't know what anyone's saying because I hate talking to people. Trust me, my chances of winning do not go up from me being in the voice chat. They go down, because I'll just argue with people all day. That's the kind of person I am. So, but we've decided we're going to go this way now. I'm putting the shield up just in case somebody gets over on the other side and tries to throw something in. Now we're all going up here together to try and get control of the high ground, and I'm just going to try and put myself at the front of the group to block damage going in. Try and block as much damage going into the group as possible. Our soldiers just picked off their soldier right at the start of the fight, which is fantastic news for us. They've also decided to go a way that is really hard for them to kill us at this point, because now they're down on the low ground, we're up on the high ground, Reinhardt's up here as well. So, it's a little bit awkward for them to try and kill people right now. And they just lost their main DPS, so. Reinhardt starts going underneath us. I'm just blocking damage for now. Then once he gets underneath us, I'm like, alright, now I'm gonna go down and try to get control of the point. And, some other people jump down with me. Roadhog, Ana for some reason. And now we're gonna bully around this Reinhardt because he's going in without his team. I try to charge him. I miss. He tries to countercharge me. But because I miss, he misses. So we just look really stupid. McCree's going up there onto the high ground. I have noted that, but I'm more interested in this Tracer right now because I consider her to A, be a bigger threat, and B, she's fucking annoying. But, I can't really kill her. I've noticed that McCree has, gotten up onto the high ground, so now I'm just trying to, jump and block damage going to my team. And once we see Tracer go off, we're gonna go up here with Lucio and Soldier to retake the high ground, but McCree has already given up on it and tried to get away. He has, however, not gotten away, and he has died to Ana, which is very sad for him. So, now we've gotten control of the point. They're coming over this way, so I'm basically gonna meet their Reinhardt head on and try to stop him from, escorting his team onto the point. Right now I'm starting to fall away, though, because my shield is breaking a lot faster than his, so I have to give ground up to him. However, their Reinhardt is about to commit suicide. I try to charge him. I don't know why I expect this to work, because he's making eyes at my team, so he's clearly going to go up here and try to do something to them. That's exactly what happens, but he's committing suicide in doing so. We just all come up here and kill him. Managed to kill Tracer basically by accident, and she throws one of the worst pulse bombs in recorded history. So now half their team is dead, and I'm just coming out here to try and meet, like, the majority of them that are left. Roadhog's over here, coming over to try and block him, but now he's retreating backwards, so I'm coming back over here to meet him again. I've almost got Earth Shatter built up now, and I'm thinking the other Reinhardt probably also has Earth Shatter built up if he's close if he doesn't already have it. So then I see him going up the staircase over here, and I'm really concerned about that. Because he's like going upstairs. I think he's got Earth Shatter, so I'm like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Managed to just swing round in front of him and just barely blocked the Earth Shatter. Doesn't look like it would have really done very much anyway, but that was what I was trying to do. Reason I'm earth-shattering in response is because I've heard their soldier put on tack visor. So, I'm expecting him to come up the staircase, so I'm basically ulting to stop his ultimate, and now I'm charging in. Transcendence is happening, so I'm like, oh fuck, this is not gonna go well. Then I get nano boosted, and then it's just, oh god, oh Jesus, what the fuck's even happening? And somehow it all works out for the best. And now you're probably thinking, wow, the Masters bracket is no different from the Bronze bracket. True. There's just less Junkrats, and we're all fucking up together as a group, rather than all fucking up in different locations of the map separately. It's about fucking up as a team, rather than just fucking up by yourself. So, their Reinhardt didn't use Earth Shatter, so no, what am I talking about? I'm getting, like, way ahead of myself right now. I'm, like, thinking another round ahead at this point. He has just used his Earth Shatter. What I'm actually thinking right now is I'm trying to get this Roadhog out of here, because Roadhog has overextended, and he just, like, things keep happening to him, and I'm just trying to get him out of this area. Miraculously, we do get him out of here. I heard their Reinhardt start his charge, so I countercharge him. I'm expecting to die for doing this because his whole team is funneling out of the doorway behind him as well. But what I'm expecting to happen is I'll die for bumping into him, but he's gonna also die because he's gonna bump into me in front of my team as well. So what I'm expecting to happen is we'll trade Reinhardt for Reinhardt, and then I'm just trusting that my team will do better in the fight afterwards. That's exactly what happens. Both Reinhardts die, and our Zarya has Graviton, so we get to win the fight afterwards, basically for free. Because their Zarya doesn't. So, and now, round's about to end. I don't even get back to the point because they're not gonna respawn and get back to the point in time. So as you can see, it's all still a clusterfuck in high SR. The difference is it all happens a lot quicker. Because if you compare this to like an Oasis game in a lower SR with like a similar team comp, you'll see a lot of like indecision. People are like, oh, should I go this way? Should I go? Oh, people don't die as quickly because that's like the biggest difference between low SR and high SR. The time it takes for somebody to kill somebody else goes down dramatically the higher SR you get. Like, as you can see, these team fights break out and there's a lot of action happening in them, but it's all resolved very quickly. And that's about how it usually goes. It's a flurry of activity, the tanks decide we're gonna engage this fight, and then a team fight breaks out, and then it's over very quickly because everybody's dead. You don't usually see these, like, prolonged, like, 20-minute fucking long fights happening as much when you get higher. So, I'm waiting for the team to catch up because I've charged off way ahead of them, and we're all going to go up here after some indecision again. Our soldiers just managed to pick off Ana right at the start of this round, which is fantastic. They've just lost their main healer. I'm going to come and stand in the window. I'm honestly not doing anything by standing here except, like, being in the way. So I decide I'm going to jump down here with Roadhog and start fighting on the point. This is how you can tell it's me playing this game, because I'm really feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. That last round went really well. I'm really feeling it, and I see this Reinhardt right here, and you know what I think? I think I can pin him. And then I don't pin him, and then he pins me and I die. Which is exactly what should happen. But this Hanzo, about to be very sad. Hanzo is now sad. So, I fucked up, and our team lost their main tank, but my team has managed to win the team fight in my absence anyway. So I didn't get punished, so I don't have to learn from that mistake. Tried to break the railings. The railings don't break, because Overwatch is a well-designed game. And now, as you can see, we're really feeling it. We want to fight up in this room now. And I'll warn you now, there's no justice, because we don't get punished for this. So, I see there Reinhardt's going around the other side, the other doorway to where I am, so I'm gonna come over here and start meeting him. I see there our Roadhog hook somebody right here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I see him hook somebody, and I come over just to, like, put my shield in between him and the person he's hooked, because I don't know what's gonna come through, so I just want to try and make sure that, like, he doesn't get fucked while he's hooking somebody. We kill their Roadhog. Dragon comes through the doorway. Lucio doesn't get the memo. He dies to the dragon. But we've managed to kill their off-tank and their main DPS before this, at the same time, so we're still favored right now. So, I should countercharge this, but I don't countercharge it. And what I should be thinking right now is I should be thinking this Reinhardt has Earth Shatter, because if you look at my ultimate, I'm at 80% charge. Reinhardt pinned me. And he's been alive longer than me because he pinned me. So this Reinhardt has his Earth Shatter. I should know that. I don't know that. And I get Earth Shattered right here. There's no reason this should happen, but even though it's happened, it's not gonna matter because this isn't a good Earth Shatter on his part because his team is already losing this fight quite badly. They lost 2 people right as they came in. And he Earth Shatters me and Anna. He kills Anna, but the fight's already too far gone. It's not gonna get salvaged off his Earth Shatter, so he wastes his. So now I have mine, he doesn't have his. So now I'm at a huge advantage over him. Managed to kill that soldier right there as he's coming through the doorway. Just letting my shield recharge, waiting for stuff to actually start happening again. And now we're gonna come over here. I see the Roadhog doing this, and I'm like, goodbye, my friend. And that's exactly what he gets hooked in and he dies. So now I'm trying to usher the team backwards. If you're playing Reinhardt and you think you should be moving away from stuff that's happening, just put your shield in front of them, and then start walking backwards, and then they'll usually follow you, because subconsciously they're like, I want to stay behind this Reinhardt shield because it's safe. So usually they will follow you backwards if you start retreating backwards. But I'm also expecting him to start charging in, because that's what I'd be thinking of doing. I'd be like, we just killed their tank. Look at this Reinhardt. I bet I could pin him. That's exactly what he tries to do, so I Earth Shatter him and his team, and then I charge in. I should honestly die for doing this. It goes a lot better than it should, because, like, this Transcendence happens. Fortunately, Anna made the Reinhardt purple as I was charging in and pinning him, so he doesn't get to be healed by the Transcendence, and he gets to die. And Izlari is going to throw the Graviton in. Also, their Anna, by the way, has just nano-boosted Zenyatta, who is currently in Transcendence. So, that's very sad for them. Anna's probably now thinking about how she can get over to the cliff and throw herself off of it. So, my charge is on cooldown, my ult's on cooldown, and my Fire Strike are currently on cooldown, so I'm thinking, I'm not gonna get to do anything with this Graviton, really, so I'm just gonna walk my team towards it so that they can do stuff with it instead. I then step on a trap. Which is very unfortunate. But, I mean, what are they gonna do at this point, right? Look at all the shit that's happening to them. Now we're gonna fight them over here. Didn't know Reinhardt was coming, got pinned by him, but he's gonna get bullied to death. No matter how high you climb, it never gets any better. Never gets any better. So, everything's still going well. I get back over to the point. I'm thinking at this point that I am thinking that Reinhardt probably almost has his Earth Shatter if he doesn't already have it because he pinned me. And he's been fighting longer than me at this point as well. I'm also thinking, we're about to win the round, so basically the first person that comes around this corner, I'm gonna try and pin them, and I pin the Roadhog. This doesn't work, and I shouldn't expect it to work because of how close the corner is to the point, and that it's gonna go into overtime regardless, but don't get punished for it, so it's, they're all more interested in touching the point than actually killing me. And Roadhog still dies anyway, because Soldier manages to kill him. So, right now, thinking their Reinhardt has Earth Shatter, so I'm not interested in doing damage, all I'm interested in doing is blocking his Earth Shatter. Also, their Soldier was using Tac Visor as well, he was doing that behind their Reinhardt, so that was also happening, but I wasn't really thinking about that, I was more concerned about their Reinhardt's Earth Shatter, which is also why I don't do anything with this Nano Boost. Because it happens, and I hesitate, because I'm like, he has Earth Shatter, he's gonna try and use it right now. He instead tries to charge, so maybe he doesn't have it, or he thinks charging me is the better play. And by the time I'm like, then he dies. And now, by the time I'm confident enough to actually do something with this nano boost, everything's already over. However, I see this soldier doing this, and I'm like, I'm gonna ult him. And then, as soon as I pushed the Q key, I was like, what have I done? Because there's a fucking hole there, which stops the Earth Shatter. And I'm really upset about it, and now I'm gonna hide in the pit of shame. Because it feels bad, man. So, that went very well, also. And, spoiler warning, we do win this third round as well. However, there is some justice in the world, because we do die, we do get wiped twice during this round, which is exactly what we deserve. We probably don't deserve to win this game, if I'm being perfectly honest with you, but Overwatch is not about which team is better, it's about which team is less boosted. And our team has more master icons on it, so our team is the less boosted team of the two. That's how it works. Right. So, now, final point, City Center, right? City Center is what this map's called. I can never fucking remember with this map, except for University, what the maps are actually called. So I'm making a mistake right now, because the team follows me this time, but I'm deciding to go the wrong way, basically. I've decided I'm gonna walk onto the point. I should be walking over to the grav lift, my fucking hair, because that's where the other team is most likely gonna go try and go. And that's exactly where they do go. But I decide I'm gonna go stand on the point. So I basically am just deciding that I want to give up the grav lift, basically, to them. But we see it, they're coming through over here, and we're gonna come over and meet them. So, right now, I'm just trying to, like, pressure them and, like, split the team up with my body, basically. However, right, so now, I, start fire striking right there, and as you may notice, I keep walking into the danger while I'm doing this, so that means I take a big burst of damage right there. Also, in the budget, I have accounted for getting into the danger with my shield. I have not accounted for getting out of the danger again, because now I've realized I'm in danger, and I'm thinking to myself, fuck, my shield's almost broken, and I'm low HP because I've just committed a social faux pas, and I'm going to die for it, as I should. When you're fire striking, you don't want to keep walking into them, and you then also, if you're gonna try and, like, pressure them with your shield, you have to make sure that you can get back out again. I did not account for that, and I get punished for it, as I should do. However, I don't get fully punished because my team still wins the fight in my absence. So I still don't really get punished, so I still don't have to learn anything. And I get back just in time to earn these kills, and I'm like, good job, me. I contributed to this fight. Good job, me. So, now, Sub-Zero, the Roadhog, is suggesting we push to their spawn. And I'm like, great idea, Roadhog. Don't try this at home. What we were doing in the last round, don't try that one at home either. That one wasn't any better. Don't do what we're about to do right here. So, I'm like, yeah, that's a great idea. Let's come and stand up here. So I start pushing forward. Now my shield is breaking, so I'm coming backwards again. And I shouldn't have my shield up at this point anymore. I should just be letting it recharge. Now I'm letting it recharge. Team's coming over there. They're fighting a bit. We're just sort of awkwardly dancing back and forth right here. I very badly want to try and help this Roadhog, but there's no way I can. Because, once again, the Roadhog has ended up in a position where no one can do anything for him. All he can do is pray to the Lord. And, yeah. So, right now, I don't immediately do anything with this nano boost because their soldier is also using Tac Visor, and he's been nano boosted. But I'm very close to my ultimate, so what I do instead is I walk up to them and swing in once. This gives me Earth Shatter, and then I ult their whole team. And then I would then go in and start doing, and so my plan was, once I've Earth Shattered them, then I'll go in, because then he can't kill my team with the Tac Visor. I end up not hitting him with the Earth Shatter, so it's, you know, whatever, I guess, right? But our soldiers also use Tac Visor. I've taken their Reinhardt away so he can't block. So, we win this fight as we should because we just used 4 ultimates. We used Earth Shatter, Graviton, Tac Visor, and Nano Boost. So, we win this fight as we should do for winning that fight. But we did use 4 out of 6 ultimates to do it. So, they used some ultimates because they used Transcendence and they used, Nano Boost Tac Visor. So, it doesn't, we're not going to get punished through ult advantage alone. But it's not usually very good to use that many ultimates, because we're basically in the defender position right now, so we shouldn't have to use that many ultimates to do what we did right there. But we did, so I'm just meeting their Reinhardt on right now. My shield is getting pretty low, and I'm thinking he has his Earth Shatter right now because he hasn't used it. So that's all I'm really concerned about, and I'm backing away from him. Right here, the correct place to just start hitting this Reinhardt, like try to pin him. Because I'm still convinced he's gonna Earth Shatter me, but I don't know why I'm convinced he's going to do that. Because if he were to Earth Shatter me right now, he'd only Earth Shatter me. No one has stood with me right now. But I'm still really convinced he's gonna do it, so I kinda just let him kill me, even though I could have started fighting back at that point. So, whatever. And I do get punished for this because my team doesn't win this fight in my absence. So we do lose control of the point for that one, so there is some justice in the world. We're also about to get royally fucked. Watch what happens right here. So, I'm like, alright, team's mostly dead right now, gotta wait for them to regroup. Zarya is gonna start going forward to try and do some damage, and I'm like, alright, I'll, like, come up here and stand with you while you do some poke. And, they have a Sombra. And as soon as that happens, I think, oh fuck. And then we get Earth Shattered, and then we get killed. There's not much you can do about that one, except don't be in a position where you can get Earth Shattered and killed after getting hacked. Soldier is also on the run from the Jolly Green Giant right now. Honestly, he should just run into the traffic, and I'm not even joking. But, so he can get back to our team quicker. But he's gonna drag it out. I don't think he actually dies in the end anyway. So, Soldier's up there. What a nuisance. A little bit outside of my pay grade. There's a Sombra over there. I've just seen her go invisible, so I'm just, like, trying to hit her with the Fire Strike. It doesn't happen. There's a waste of a Fire Strike. And so now I'm like, alright, I'm gonna come on here and start, like, trying to put some pressure onto the point. I see their Sombra throw her Translocator over my head, and I'm like, no way. She did, in fact, just try to translocate past me and hack me. That doesn't work. And she uses her Translocator to do it, so we fucking kill her for it. I should also die for that as well, because I take down my shield and start just running into their whole team. But Lucio saves me with a sound barrier, so good job, Lucio. Ultimates are happening right now. I use Earth Shatter right now because I don't need to, but I basically want to make sure he doesn't do anything with his nano boost. And I end up incidentally getting their Ana as well, which is convenient. All I was really trying to do was, like, get him away, and then I just wanted to make sure he couldn't do anything with the Earth Shatter, but the Earth Shatter was overkill at that point. So now we're gonna have some fun with Roadhog. He doesn't come back. Anna also threw her sleep dart up there, expecting him to bounce back up again, but he didn't. So, now they're coming in back over here again. I'm going to, I think their Reinhardt has Earth Shatter at this point still, but because he's very close to me and he gets pulled into the Graviton, I know he's not likely to Earth Shatter me on reaction, so I just charge in to try and take him out of the way of the Graviton, and that's what happens. He doesn't Earth Shatter. We managed to kill 2 people in spite of the Transcendence happening. However, I've just been hacked, so now I'm trying to get out of the way until I can be a hero in the game again. And now I am, and I'm gonna come over here and bully the Zenyatta because he got really close to me. I managed to dodge the hack as a result, and I can see our Ana is getting bullied over here, so I'm just trying to protect the Ana right now. Lucio's also been hacked, so now I'm just gonna sit over here. It's like basically just me and these 2 healers right now, so I'm just trying to keep them alive for as long as possible. And now we're trying to get away. I'm really concerned about it because my shield's about to break. I still think he has Earth Shatter, and I'm concerned about him Earth Shattering the 2 supports, so I try to pin him. I miss and die for it. But the supports get away, so there's that. I've almost got Earth Shatter up at this point. We have a Winston now as well, which is good because Winston would be better against their composition of heroes. They don't have anything that really stops Winston from bullying people around. Their Sombra has just died to our Lucio, so I'm thinking, great, now we can go in and just start fighting them because we're at a numbers advantage right now. And then I see this fight happening over here, just come up behind them, start hitting them, and killed 2 people before they even realized what was happening. Come over here to bully this Reinhardt because he's one of the only people still alive. At this point, I think it's just Sombra that's still alive, so I want to kill her before she touches the point. Someone else is still alive and they touch the point, but they die. I kill the Sombra. Great, awesome. There goes Winston to show them the business right now, even though we've already won the round. The game, even. So, that was a Masters game right there. Fairly low Masters, to be fair, but still Masters. And you can see, it doesn't get any better. There's still a lot of nonsense happening. Here's the play of the game. This fully deserves to be the play of the game. Oh yeah, that's true. That's a good point. If you're in that position and you're playing Zarya, there's a wind-up on your right-click before you can do it again. If you punch in between, you do slightly more damage because it doesn't add delay to the next time you can right-click. So, if you're up in the Graviton just right-clicking into it, punch in between each right-click. So, that was a Masters game right there. This video has been fairly short compared to most videos we do. But the point wasn't really like a super in-depth analysis and like really in-depth, here's every single mistake, here's every single thing to talk about. It was more just to kind of like show what a higher SR game was and to show the sort of things that I'm thinking about when I'm playing Reinhardt, which is basically like, don't, like, try to protect people more than damage people, because I didn't even have a damage medal. Like, I only had like objective time at the end of this game. Because you don't get, like, really when you're playing Reinhardt, the primary thing you're worrying about is protecting people, and that's mostly what happens in this game. There's very few occasions I really get in there and start swinging at people, and like most of the times when I try to do that, I immediately die for it because it wasn't the right time to do so. So really it's just, like, try to protect your team as much as possible. So anyway. I hope this was interesting. I hope this was helpful. You know, maybe you gained some insight from it. I don't really know if you did. This is sort of unknown. Like, I don't really know if anybody's going to really care for this or if anybody's going to really find it helpful, but hopefully you did. I hope, if nothing else, it was interesting to see what a higher SR game looks like to a lower SR game, which is exactly the same, but faster paced. And everybody's fucking up as a unit instead of on their own in separate corners of the map. It's better to have a really bad plan and everyone commits to it together than to have no plan at all, is the moral of the story. So thank you very much for watching if you did. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer, and I hope you found the video helpful.